You're listening to This Week in Real Estate with your host, Rob Golfi. Brought to you by the Golfi Team at REMAX Escarpment, featuring Conrad Zerini, broker-owner of REMAX Escarpment Realty Inc., and Brian Hogbin, owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. Let's hear what's going on in real estate this week.
Hey guys, how'd you think of that intro? Did you like that?
Fantastic.
Love it.
That's it. That's it. So, what'd you think of the voice of the one that announced our introduction? Was it pretty inviting, or what do you think?
I think
I wish I could use that voice to introduce me everywhere I go, Rob. I think that'd be great. I think it would up my street cred if I had
awesome.
introducing me. You know?
So what I want to do is introduce you guys. So Conrad Zerini is a broker owner of REMAX Escarpment in the Hamilton, Halton area, and also REMAX Niagara. So he covers quite a bit of the Golden Horseshoe. Great broker. I've been with REMAX Escarpment for probably over 20 years now.
Yeah.
And Brian Hogbin is Mission 35, one of the top brokers of mortgages in Ontario. The guy, I love his style online. I love his personality. And right now he's in a hotel room in Niagara. Is that correct? Are you in a hotel room yet?
Yes, we are. We are in room 5050 at the Hilton Niagara Falls, celebrating my wife's milestone birthday. She'll probably kill me if I say the number, so it's a milestone birthday. We'll just say that.
Did you bring lots of quarters, Brian? Did you bring lots of quarters?
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole roll.
There you go. There you go.
Cents?
What are they? No, they're $1 now. They're $1 now, or toonies.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? They're $1 or toonie, but
it was 40 cents,
that's
40.
Yeah.
We're prepared. They take debit now. You just tap it.
every minute, boom, boom, boom. That's it. Well, that's up. So you and your wife are celebrating your birthdays. It's the same week. I think yours is was it the 17th?
Mine's tomorrow, and then hers is the 13th. So every other year it's been the Brian show because I had my milestone birthday. So this year I'm not celebrating. It's nothing to do with Brian this year. It's all about my wife. Nothing to do with me.
That's it. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, guys, okay, I'm going to get to mortgages in a second. Okay, Brian. Okay, so I'm going to talk about an experience that we're experiencing. We one of our agents in our team held offers. The asking price, we were holding offers. The price was $350,000. North end of Hamilton and everything. We had 10 offers. Out of the 10 offers, 7 of them were conditional.
Yeah.
Are you Brian, are you finding a lot of deals coming in now with conditions?
Yeah, we're seeing, I would say, from 3-4 months ago when it was, everything was cash, we're seeing about 50-50 now. And I think it's really that first time buyer in that entry level price point right now. If they don't have a backup plan with mom and dad or a co-signer, and they got 5% or maybe 10% down, they have to go conditional because there's no other way out. If appraisal comes in low, the market accelerated so quickly, there has to be a condition. So we are seeing a lot of those conditions in the higher end stuff. People, they won the housing sweepstakes, right? So they won so much money.
Big time. Yeah.
So they don't have to. They've got enough equity there in order to, in some cases, keep the property and move in. But in that price point, like you say, Rob, we're seeing it more and more. And secretly, I'm a little happy about it. I know. I'm just
gives you a little time. Yeah. I get you. I get you.
But Rob, what would you think a good strategy would be if you're conditional? Like, what's a good strategy for a buyer? Like, what? And Brian, you can key in too. What do you think?
I think this is perfect for the buyer that's coming in. So now buyers don't have to blow their brains out if they are going in cash, because now it showed that maybe under the 500 or 600 price range, if 70% of them are conditional, that means you're only really competing against 30%.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't have to blow your brains out. So if we went in, let's say the house is listed at 400,000. You got 10 offers coming in, 70% of them are conditional. That means 3 of them you're really competing. So you go in cash, you don't have to go in 150,000 over asking. You don't have to go 100. Go in cash, but I don't think you have to go off a big number.
Yeah,
I don't think
a great summer to buy.
It is. It's going to be a fantastic summer. This is the summer that it's a chance for the buyers to get in, and they don't have to blow their brains and going like crazy 100, 200,000 over asking. This is it. It's the market's changing, inventory's climbing, and even overpriced homes. I think like you got an overpriced home, nobody's putting an offer in on it. You go in with a low offer. You know what? You might have a 50% chance of the guy accepting it. So there's good opportunities out there.
Absolutely.
I don't know. What's your thoughts, Conrad?
No, I agree with you. I think this is the time. The other thing is a lot of realtors, they made a lot of money, Q1 and Q2. So they take the summer off, right? Normally, right? But it's the really, really great agents that are not taking the summer off and going away and are going through their buyer list. And some of the people that weren't successful back in, let's say January, February, March, going back to them and saying, hey guys, we have an opportunity to enter the market. Summer of 2021 will be a record for people, first timers, especially entering this market. 100%. Yeah.
And what about the luxury market? Are you on? I think your mic's muted there, Brian. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Well, now I looked at the numbers. Now, Conrad, I know you know numbers. Like you follow them, and you're a great resource. Now, the luxury market is full steam ahead. Like right now, the luxury market is doubled what even last year's numbers are, and we're halfway through the year. We haven't even wait till this year's over. I mean, it's like the numbers are incredible. Like, is that going to continue?
Yeah, again, it's where you think luxury is. So if we start saying like over 2 million, let's say, would everybody think that would be luxury, or 1.5 million to 2 million? Right now, before like last year, it took about 18 months to sell anything over 2 million. Like the absorption of it now, it's less than half of that. So there's no end in sight. And I'll tell you something. I was speaking to a luxury retailer, North American luxury retailer. This is a very interesting stat. He was telling me that they were 37% behind year-to-date numbers, 37% behind. The minute everything started to open up, for the month of June, they were 1% above last year. So they gained all that 37% loss in a single month.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So look, housing, we saw the trend. Luxury housing, off the charts. Now you're going to see that luxury goods, again, people are going to be out there spending on pampering themselves. And again, that's what happened to the real estate market. It's about me. And this is my time, and they're going to do that in the luxury goods as well. So
is that market, I guess, immigrants, I mean, they said that immigrants are going to be coming into Canada about 1.2 million people in the next 2 to 3 years. Now, that's going to obviously keep the economy going and housing prices going. I mean, we're going to probably go through an economic boom right now because now everybody's going out buying stuff. Nobody bought clothes. Conrad, you probably were struggling. You're probably having a problem. You're like, you buy clothes every week,
Exactly. I was going crazy.
But you know what? But now people are going to start going out buying clothes, going to restaurants, buying the things that they want to do, getting their haircuts and all that kind of stuff. There's going to, I don't know. I think we're going to have a little bit of an economic boom in like going into the fall market. I mean, everybody's now able to spend money that they didn't spend in the last year or so. So I don't know. And that's just consumer goods. But with real estate, I feel that I think we're starting to go back into a regular market. Like now, the market's cooling off in the summer. Now, are we going to have a normal fall market, do you think?
I think we're going to see, I think the summer's not going to, we're seeing a little bit of drop, but it's funny. It's spotty. Our appointments were up this week by, I don't know, close to about 25%.
Oh, wow.
Over last week.
Yeah.
And, but the thing is, this is the first time we're down in appointments compared to the same period last year. Okay. Because you guys remember 2020, the summer of 2020 was outrageous. That's when things just started to brew. I think we're going to see a small fall off. Maybe the upper end might see a little bit of a change. Inventories are building in the upper end. They're up about 31%. So we're seeing upper end inventories coming up higher. But like I said to you before, if you're in that moderate entry level, this is the time. Again, agents are away. Get your agent, again, get people. And I know Rob's not letting anybody go away this summer. Is that correct, Rob?
No vacations. No vacations. That's it.
But this is the opportunity. And I think then we'll gear up to a robust fall.
Yeah.
You'll see this. You know what's going to happen? September is going to be that school time, and it's going to lag a little bit because of that uncertainty of school. A little bit, how this whole coming back to school is going to come. But then once we get to the 3rd or 4th week of September, we'll start to see that continuation and grow. And people use the end of the year as an endpoint. Like we have to get in the market by the end of 2021.
Right. Yeah. Now I'm seeing on the system that we're starting to creep up on months of inventory. We're getting over to 2 months of inventory. What's a balanced market? Is that 3 months, 3.5 months?
Yeah, we're probably talking 3.5 months, and we haven't seen that. I don't think
since 2018.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there hasn't been anything close to that. Niagara probably saw it. Even they've seen it dramatic. They probably saw it in 19, 18, like 40 RE, for instance.
Right.
Tons of months of supply there, but. That's a phenomenal market. Look at what's happened to Fort Erie and waterfront and luxury in there. It's outrageous. Ridgeway and yeah.
It's crazy. What about refinancing, Brian? Is a lot of people refinancing? Now, are banks are banks worried about, with this inflation of these homes that the prices have going up? Are they, or they're just, it's just normal now? It's just that they're just used to it.
It's a great point. Banks are sitting on piles of money right now. I look at Scotiabank. They reached their entire 12-month goal by the end of June. So the amount of money that they've lent, and most lenders, when you look at their quarterly results, that does not strike me as a concern for them because they're lending out money hand over fist here. And another thing that, people tend not to talk about, but is the stress test is old news, but the reality is everybody can afford their mortgages now. The compliance and the approval has never been tighter to get a mortgage. So the banks have zero concerns about their default. They, at the beginning of COVID, they have what's called loss reserves for loan loss reserves. They drastically reduced that number, which actually means they don't have a concern of people not paying their mortgages, right? So what we are seeing is we saw a great big purchase market, but we're just starting. Typically, we'll run about a 50-50 purchase refinance book. Now, and we've been running 75 to 80 on purchases. I think we're just starting to see people where it's like, well, because I won that housing sweepstakes, I got all that money in my house. Now I'm going to refinance. I'm going to buy an Armani suit now. I'm going to go buy a Gucci purse now, and it's like all these, like Conrad said, these luxury items, and they might start tapping into that equity for those types of things because people are just cooped up and now they want to go out and spend money. So I do foresee that refinance market coming. But I see it being healthy as well, too, because it's money's flowing more than ever, but it's never been more difficult to have it flow.
Nice. Conrad, open houses. You think it's going to be as popular as it was before?
Well, unless people are looking for something to do.
Yeah.
That's, and look, if you really polled people, about open houses, and a lot of people just did it was a regular outing on a Sunday. I have to say, like, I'm not, there was a huge percentage of that. There were people that, kicking tires and trying to find out about the market. Look, that experience, that online experience, the technology that we have is pretty spectacular. So OREA, our Ontario Real Estate Association, came up with their rules and guidelines. It's going to be like Ontario's going to open up, and open houses are going to be like, again, sanitize and stand in line. It's not going to be a great experience. So I don't think there's going to be a rush to open houses. It depends if inventory gets higher, but I don't think we're going to see a rush. I think, Rob, you and your team have been innovative in the way you guys showcase properties. That's where the direction is going. And that's where leaders like you are helping that client experience, bar none. Right.
I agree. I think the millennials now, they're not going to want to go and drive around, go to open houses. They're going to go online, and they want to, stream online and do online open houses and check and see that out. But that's awesome, guys. Listen, Conrad, Thank you. We're running out of time. We want to keep this thing short because we want people to stay tuned. Brian, listen, Brian, tell me website to get onto your website there. What is it?
www.mission35.com. So you can check us out. Just Google us. It's the easiest thing. Just Google Mission 35 Mortgages and you'll find us everywhere.
Guys, check it out. Conrad, one of the best and greatest brokers to ever be associated with. I'm telling you, if you read Hamilton, Niagara, Halton is the way to go. And guys, if you got anybody that's looking at buying or selling a house, don't hesitate to call the Golfi team. RobGolfi.com is there. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob. Awesome.
And we'll see you next week, guys. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Okay.
Ciao.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks.